G'day, konnichiwa, I'm Luke from Overland Campers Japan, and in this video we're going to do a full demonstration and walkthrough of our brand new Land Rover Defender 130 Outbound. Come and have a look. To start, let's begin with the trunk. First, just gently open the rear door, making sure that you open it to the full extent. And here you'll see the rear trunk kitchen. One of the first things you'll notice is on the side, there's an electrical control unit. We need to simply push the on-off button, and from here we can control the fridge, power to the roof tent, power to the interior lights, and also power to the outdoor lights. So let's give it a run through. Number one, let's go the fridge. The fridge is now on. The in lights will turn on power to the roof tent. The cargo lights will illuminate this storage area, also very, very handy for when you're cooking at night. Finally, we have the side pocket lights. These will illuminate your outdoor camping area after dark. Also, inside, you will find that there's access to Japanese 110 volt power. It's a handy spot to recharge your items, your laptops, or use any other appliances that you might have with you. Let's turn on our fridge, pushing the fridge button. Our fridge is now on. It's a large size 45 litre fridge with lots of space in there for your ingredients and camping goods. Simple, roll out, roll in. Next, you'll see is the sliding kitchen. Here, the two yellow levers push down once, and the drawer system will pull out all the way like such. Furthermore, you have an extra two book blue levers that will pull out to show the gas cooker. So in this space, we have a gas cooker. In this black bag, we have all your cooking tools, things for eating, things for cooking with. And in this other black bag here, we have a very powerful camping light. Here you can see a great big stainless steel workspace area. Here you'll find your bowls, cups, saucers, and plates. You'll also find salt and pepper and other helpful tools for cooking, either on the gas stove or with the fire pit. To put the system away, it's the same process in reverse. Starting with the blue, step one, and then we move on to the yellow. Just slowly push it all in until you hear a nice, safe locking sound. Next, we have this drawer here, the two yellow levers down, and it will pull out. Inside here, you'll find your camping chairs. Also, you'll find your pots and pans for cooking, and also a toasted sandwich machine. It all simply goes back in here, nice and tight, and you can roll it back in away from itself. Underneath this drawer, you'll find, firstly, in this green bag, there are some tent poles. These belong to the rooftop tent. We'll talk about that later. Underneath, we have inside this bag or box here, we have a fire pit. In Japan, the campgrounds will sell you wood and or charcoal. And here you find two Snow Peak camping tables. They simply pull out, you fold them open, and you can put them on the ground. Remember, there are two of them. To put them back, you rest them on top of each other, pushing them in as far as they can go. And the fire pit, and also the tent poles, which we'll use later. On top of the kitchen unit, we have our luggage storage area. It's about 90 centimeters deep, 100 centimeters wide, and 35 centimeters high. It's enough room for 3 medium-sized suitcases or 2 larger suitcases. Behind here on the rear door, you might find some paper towels, some wet wipes, and also some other handy kitchen tools. Moving on, if we close the rear trunk, on the rear tire, you'll find that there's this handy storage bag. Now, there's various different ways that you can use this bag. For me, I like to use it for 2 different things. Number one, as a place for your garbage. In the side pockets, you'll find a garbage bag liner. Simply put that inside here, and it's a good place to keep your garbage from outside of the car. Just remember, please don't bring your garbage back to us. Make sure you dispose of it at the campground or somewhere outside before coming back to Overland Campers Japan. The second use case that I like to use this bag for, you may have leftover firewood from last night's camp. It's a really handy place to fill it up and stockpile some of the campfire wood for your next trip. Now, the Defender is a keyless car, which means that all you need is the automatic key box to be inside in order to start the car. However, on the keys, you'll find these old-fashioned style keys, which we use to open the side storage container box. Very simply opens up. Inside here, you'll find a cleaning set with various detergents and other tools to help clean and maintain the camping goods that you may use. You'll also find some helpful tools for the fire pit, so some gloves, and also you'll find some fire starter gel. Just using a little bit of this on top of the wood, put light to it, and it'll help you make a nice fire. To close, it's the very, very simple process of just pushing down and push until you hear click, and that's closed. Next, let's go to the front driver's cabin. Great, moving to the front cabin. Remember, it's a keyless vehicle, so you just need to put this somewhere safe next to the steering wheel. To start the car, you simply put your foot on the brake and push the start-stop button. The Outbound Defender is an automatic transmission. To change the gears, very simply, you push the button at the back, up for reverse, and down for drive. There's no handbrake in the Outbound Defender, very simply pushing the P for park. For navigation, we recommend you can connect Google Maps to the navigation system. You can also put your phone here and where it will charge while you're driving. The staff will help you connect to the navigation system. The ETC, or electronic toll charging system, is already installed in the vehicle. What that means is when you're on the highway or the freeway, you will see the English sign ETC, and that's where you go. Slow down, there will be a boom gate that's either vertical or horizontal. It will talk to the car and open, and you simply drive through. At the end of your journey, when you've returned to us, within 3 days, the computer will tell us the tolls and charges for the trip that you had. We will then send that to you with a link for you to make payment. So in short, you pay for the ETC 3 days after your journey. At some point during your journey or before returning to the Overland Campers Japan headquarters, you will need to refill the gasoline. The 130 Outbound takes diesel. Let me show you how to fill it. You got to go outside the car. So the gas tank is located here on the driver's side. To open, very simply, you push and it will open. Remember, the Outbound Defender is a diesel car. It is written here diesel and it's written here diesel. In Japan, there are 3 main gasoline types: regular, premium or high octane, and diesel. We want the diesel for the Outbound Defender. To close, very simply push with your hand and push shut. You don't need any keys or anything. Right, let's move on to the roof tent. Now there's a couple of important tools that you need that are located behind the second row passenger side seat. You simply pull it down, and here you'll find a very, very handy step stool and the very, very important ladder. Please just take care as you remove things from in and outside of the car. So we have our step stool and our ladder for the roof tent. Please don't rest things on the side of the car. It just scratches things up. So get ready, put the step stool down, and we can take our ladder from outside of the ladder bag. Very, very simply, open the bag and it can come out. Put the ladder bag somewhere safe so that you don't lose it. So from here, we'll grab our step stool first. And here you'll find there are 2 latches, 1 and 2. You can use the step stool to go up, simply pushing the button and down, and the latch will come off. We also want to do the same for the one on the front. Pulling it down so the latch comes off. Please don't go climbing on the car, you'll scratch it up. So we have opened 1 latch and 2 latch. Next, we want to position our stool so that we can push open the tent. Pushing it open like such. Next, we get our ladder. This is one of the more complicated and dangerous parts of operating the camping car. We get the ladder, And we want to rest the ladder on this section here. We want to make sure that we do not rest the ladder here on the roof carrier, or we do not want to rest the ladder on the vehicle itself. Make sure that you have a nice gap and space between the ladder and the car itself. Next, here we unclip the bungee cord, and you'll find that there is a tool here to help you pull the tent open. We want to loosen the handle to the extended position and lock it off nice and tight. From here, we can take our ladder and put it away. Using the handle, we can pull down and over. Then we want to restore the handle, taking off the tightness, putting it back in, nice and tight again, up underneath. Next, we get our ladder again. I like to put the ladder in a small position. And here we'll lift up and attach to the bracket. You've got to make it fit perfectly, and then you can go down. Next, we want to attach the safety clips. They go up and over and clip and nice and secure into place. We want to make sure that this is resting underneath the roof tent. So you push the bracket forward, up underneath, so it's resting on the two rubber stoppers there. Check once again that you're safely secure with the bracket facing inwards and the shoulders of the ladder underneath the rubber stoppers. From here, we can get two of the tent poles that we saw in the back of the car. More than likely, you'll just need two of the tent poles, and it'll be the first two that you can reach when you put your hand in. It's the two longer tent poles. From here, we can go up into the roof tent. One of the tent poles will go into this section. One. And two. At this moment, it's a really good idea to take a photo of how the bed and the futon is set up, because you'll need to return it back to this position before closing the roof tent. But from here, we can go inside and set up the bedding. This roof tent is for the young family or the romantic couple. It is about the size of a queen-size mattress, 190 centimeters wide and 200 centimeters deep. You'll find windows on the left, the right, and of course the center. On the roof, you'll find that there's an indoor light. There's also a charging facility for USB for your phones. And in the very back corner, you'll find that there's access to Japanese mains power coming from the portable battery. So laptops and other utilities like that, you can operate them while in the roof tent. Next, moving on to the awning. Firstly, we want to do a bit of a safety check. We want to make sure that there's no strong winds. So if you're experiencing moderate to high winds, it's best not to operate the awning. It can be dangerous for you and the vehicle. To open the awning, we want to find the zips. We want to make sure that one zip is in the full open position, and then we can take the second zip and take it all the way around to the full open position. Don't stop here, don't stop here, all the way to the very end. Then you should be able to lift up your awning bag. Remember, if you can't reach, please use the step stool. Don't climb on the vehicle. Next, we want to undo these safety straps. 1, 2, and 3, and the awning will roll down. From here, we want to find the orange latch. Now, taking the orange latch, we want to walk around the car gently, gently, gently. We want to make sure that we're clearing the rear camera on the back, and then this latch can simply go on to the eye bolt. You can also then take the tension, making your awning nice and tight. And there you have made the first step of the awning. Now, if you're experiencing some rain or you want to give the awning some extra support, there are additional support arms that you can lower and put down onto the ground and simply tighten to give yourself some extra tension in keeping the awning safe. As with all of our awnings, you cannot sit on the awning and you cannot stand on the awning. You cannot climb on the poles of the awning, and please don't light a big fire under the awning. You may remember in the rear control area, you have the buttons that will control the outside lights. You can directionally change them to point up into the awning or down onto the surface to illuminate your nice camping area. There we have it. You've set up both your tent and the awning. From here, we want to close the awning. It's essentially the same process in reverse. If you've extended your extra support arm, we want to take that up. From here, we want to take off the awning, loosening the tension and taking the strap off. And walk around the vehicle. Here you might need to lift open the bag. Remember, you can use the stool if you can't reach. And we just want to push in the awning nice and tight. Here we want to roll as tight as possible. I like to do one big fold, rolling up as tight as you can go. From here, getting our Velcro straps. It's 1, 2, 3. Now we can zip up the awning bag. Going to the rear, finding one zip, and simply walking around. Sometimes you need to help it up a little bit. All the way to the end. So it's zipped 100%. Next, we want to move on to closing the roof tent. So now we're going to close the tent, which is essentially the same process in reverse. We have our bedding in the original location as we found it. We'll take out the tent poles, 1 and 2. Remember not to lose them. Put them back in the green bag. Next, with the ladder, we can undo the safety clips, 1 and 2. And then we want to take the ladder off. I like to start from the bottom and pull the ladder in, and then you should be able to remove from the bracket, making our ladder small again and putting it to the side. Now for closing, you can pop this inside if you like, grab our handle, extend and lock nice and tight, and you should be able to push up and over like such. Next, we'll go back and get our ladder. Remember to put it in this safe location with a nice safe distance from the car, and get your friend to come and hold it so it's safe and sturdy. Next, you can go up, finding the bungee cords, 1 and 2, and clip them together. We'll also return our handle to the original location and lock. From here, pulling down, we hold the handle, pull in the canvas with your hand, not the bungee, using your hand to pull in the canvas on the front and the back to make sure it all goes inside the tent. From here, we close, and we will take away the ladder and put somewhere safe. We need to check that the canvas is going inside the roof tent, both the back and also checking the front. If a little bit is poking out, grab the stool. You can go up and poke in the canvas so it's going inside the roof tent. Next, we want to close and latch. So we can stand up, pulling down, getting the latch on, and close. And we will do the same for the front. Down, latch on, and close. Checking again your sides, that the canvas is all inside. Great. We have successfully closed the roof tent. Thank you for watching this video, a demonstration and a walkthrough of our brand new Land Rover Defender 130 Outbound. We hope you enjoyed the video. With all of our vehicles, we hope that you have a safe and pleasant journey. Please take good care of them, and we look forward to seeing you soon.